And we are back. Welcome back to the Smoke Break JBR, the Just Be Real podcast, where all we ask you to do is just be real.
It is Wednesday, my dudes.
What is going on? It is Wednesday.
Oh, shit, my dang
I think we just
phone
broke
on
the microphones right now.
Well, that's all right. They're pretty good.
So what's going on, man?
Not much. What's going on with you, dude?
Not much, brother. Just another day in America.
Oh,
You know how it be, friendo.
All right. So anything interesting happened to you over the week?
Honestly, no. Nothing too interesting. Just hung out, relaxed. Obviously, we have some news to talk about and some things to talk about. Yes. I'm going to jump into this really quick just because I did watch some of it. UFC 227.
Okay.
I know you don't really watch any fighting, and that's fine.
True.
But for the people out there who watched UFC 227, it was a good fight. I'm just going to rant about it for a second because I have a lot to talk about.
Go for it.
TJ Dillashaw, did not expect him to win, but fuck, man. Cody Garbrandt cannot fight from the inside. He sucks ass. Like, cannot fight in. Like, just sucks, dude. Just could not handle it.
Being in that sort of competition, in that sort of sport,
you should be well-rounded.
Yeah,
you should definitely be well-rounded.
Some sort of competency in how to do things.
So, definitely, like, a hard loss for Cody. And just so you know, there was, like, I forgot what weight these fools are, but his name is Mighty Mouse. And he's like this short little motherfucker. And, he's been the champ.
Name.
Yeah, no, I forgot what weight. I think it's like flyweight. Some shit. I think it's flyweight champ.
Is there one called mouse weight?
No, there's a fucking, like, featherweight. Or straw weight, I should say.
Straw weight?
Straw weight. Yeah,
that's lighter than featherweight?
Yeah. Yeah, let that soak in. So think about how small you have to be straw weight, okay?
Would a straw be... Or straw as in by the plant or the actual tubular straw, would that be lighter than a feather?
I think, yeah, hold on, look it up. You might actually have to look that up. I think it's either straw weight or feather weight. I'm 90% sure straw weight is the lightest.
UFC,
but let me...
UFC weight categories?
Or no, just do weight classes in general in MMA. And but let me continue on with this.
All right.
Yeah, Mighty Mouse lost the title after being the king for so long, but he lost pretty well to a really well-rounded fucking guy. Guy really fucking won that fight. But okay, what'd you find?
Let's see. So we got super heavyweight.
Yeah, of course.
Heavyweight, cruiserweight, light heavyweight, super middleweight, super welterweight, super lightweight, featherweight, bantamweight,
yep,
flyweight, and strawweight.
Strawweight. Okay, so flyweight and then strawweight. So what's the weight for strawweight?
115.
Yeah, 115.
Dude, that's
that's
I can look at you and he falls.
Yeah, exactly.
I accidentally blow in the wrong direction.
It's bananas, dude. But I've seen those fights.
Fuck.
One, it's like watching two twigs fight each other. You know when you see like the stick bugs in the wild?
Oh yeah.
And it's like watching two of those just compete. Like it's kind of funny. Like it's kind of funny. But yeah, no,
must
that's
be agile as fuck though.
Yeah, but it's kind of like weird to watch because it's almost like unnatural for these super skinny people.
The good thing though is that they're fighting within their own. They're fighting within their own category, so they're not going to be causing too much damage to each other. Because if it was like a middleweight against a strawweight,
I know.
Like he punches him in the arm and all of a sudden he snaps it.
I'd pay to watch that. But
dude, my arm, my leg.
But no, honestly, great card. This is more news. I know you know who Conor McGregor is. But he's coming back. He's coming back to fight.
Okay.
Finally, to fight the champ, fighting Khabib. Can't wait for that one.
Okay.
I have to give a shout out to Dustin Poirier because I'm a big fan. I've been following him for fucking years since he's been fighting in Alabama. He should have gotten the title shot. He should get the title shot against whoever fucking wins this one.
Why didn't he get the title shot?
I don't fucking know. He should have. I don't know. UFC politics suck, and I'm not going to get into that. But shout out to Dustin Poirier because he's such a great and talented fighter. All right, we'll skip that. Sorry, but that's what I did this weekend. I watched all that. I watched all the highlights.
Okay.
Sports. But yeah, man. What about you, man?
Not much. Just been looking at new cameras and things coming out. Right now,
more cameras?
Yeah. All right. The Nikon mirrorless. Apparently, there was a leak that.
I'm not being rude. I'm just posting up the link into the Instagram.
There was a leak of a promotional video of some sort, and they were still waiting on releasing the actual images and announcing the camera and everything, because they did show off the silhouette. But this was an accident, and they leaked it, and it's like, you messed up, guys. Nice going, Nikon. But I mean, it's okay because it's basically about a week away until or pretty soon coming up, the actual announcement and the event itself. So it's okay. It's not too bad. It's not like 2 months ahead of time.
It won't. Yeah, it won't murder them.
Yeah,
it won't murder them.
If it was
right
2 months ahead of time, you're like, ugh.
Like, ooh, someone dropped the fucking ball on that one.
Yeah.
But luckily, it's not like
Yep.
too catastrophic. But yeah, that's good. So just keep looking at cameras.
Yeah.
You and cameras, man.
Yeah. Well, that's what.
Well, I mean, obviously, yeah, it's kind of like your fucking thing. It's kind of it's kind of what you do. This is episode 12, right? We're doing.
Yes.
Right?
I want to say yes.
I want to say yes too.
Most likely.
I think so, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
Well, wait. What? Oh, yeah. Well, we have to explain to the people what happened to our last episode.
Yeah, the last one, for some reason, it just didn't want to record.
Yeah, nothing recorded.
No,
we had the video.
The good thing, though, is that the stream was archived onto the YouTube after it was completed, so it's fine.
Yeah, we have the video, but the audio's not great on it, like, at all.
Yeah, and we, as far as I can tell, there's no way that us, the creator of the actual stream that happened, can't download our own video so we can have it on our own system. You know, that's kind of weird.
Yeah,
I really
it's
wish
kind of
that YouTube was able to allow that any video that you upload,
create,
you
can grab it.
You can grab it.
And that kind of like
as many times
ruined
you want.
us because it's like, well, we have the content, we made the content, that's our content.
The only way
why can't we rip it?
Yeah,
from our
I guess
own shit.
The only way that we're gonna be able to actually rip it is to have it play, as if it was a regular video and then screen record.
Yeah, and
I'm like,
the quality and the one matching it up gonna be a pain in the fucking ass.
Well,
two,
I mean,
and the audio is not gonna be great. Like,
yeah, it's not gonna be the best that it could be.
Yeah,
it's gonna be streaming off of YouTube and its compression thing. So those are definitely problems that I really wish that
it's just gonna. Yeah, I just don't understand why
started
YouTube
to mess up their
shit.
freaking layout again.
I just don't understand it.
There previously used to be the recommended, and then any channels you're subscribed to, and then also like the topic things.
Yep.
Anything from the recommended and down, I really didn't care. I just mainly stuck with recommended, and it really was probably the best system because it was showing me new videos, different things. That's kind of where I learned.
Oh yeah, we talked about this recently, not on the podcast, but we talked about this.
Yeah,
about
we were speaking recently about this.
Yeah.
And now
because the old format fucking worked. Like, I don't know why they changed things. I don't know what happened.
Just recently, they added a new tab called Try Something New.
Oh, we didn't change it. This is episode 13.
This is gonna be 13.
Yeah. Don't worry about 12? It. Yeah, it says 12 actually.
Oh, jeez.
We'll change that.
I think you can go in on creator mode.
I tried on the phone. It won't let me.
Let me try.
Yeah, you try. I remember my phone's old too. I'm still working off fucking ancient technology. But
so
yeah, no, that's just such a flaw in the system with YouTube.
Yeah, so
such
they
a flaw
added
in the system.
that new thing, and the problem with that is it sounds really, I guess, what is it, condescending?
Yeah.
For a machine to recommend, it's like, hey, why don't you try this? Why don't you try that? I'd rather make my own decisions on what I want to try, and I'd rather, make my own decisions on what I want to watch.
Exactly. Don't worry about changing
and
it. We'll just change it we'll fix it in post.
Yeah. But the problem was that the recommended feature was already doing that without saying try something new.
Exactly.
And I'm like, well,
I just get really annoyed with it. We discussed. Yeah. I get really annoyed with it when I jump on my YouTube on my TV or even on my PlayStation, whatever the fuck I'm using. Yeah. And it has my recommended and then what we think you'd like. Yeah. And I'm like, it's the same videos. I don't want to see the same videos. Yeah. They're not the same. Like, I want to see a fresh batch of videos and then show me videos that I actually want to watch. Like, I don't watch BuzzFeed videos.
Yeah, I don't watch
those.
it either.
And they always pop up.
Yeah.
Or I can, and you know what kills me? This is the one that kills me.
What?
I hate the fact that I can watch one video for like a minute by accident. Cancel out, whatever, refreshes. It's all about that creator.
Yeah, that's happened to me too.
Like, that's so fucking annoying. Okay, no offense to these guys. I love Epic Mealtime. It's not that I don't like them at all.
They're cool guys.
But recently, like, I saw one of their videos. I watched it, and I was like, okay, I haven't seen them in a long time. Yeah. Bam. Went to sleep, woke up, jumped on YouTube. Epic Mealtime. I'm like, what the fuck? It's not like I don't want to see them, but Jesus, I don't want to see all their videos right now.
Sometimes I'm going through
Throw
videos,
me one or two,
maybe
not the whole fucking list.
It's like maybe it's late at night and I'm like really tired. I'm just like browsing through YouTube, just passing the time, and I watch some, compilation video of, rallies or something, or funny jokes or whatever. And then it's like, all right, I'm done with it. I go to sleep the next day, and it's all of a sudden that's half of the content.
Exactly, that's half my feed. I'm like, I didn't want this.
What? Come on.
I didn't
you
want
gotta base
this.
it off of what I've been looking up and what I've been watching the most and often.
So it's just frustrating. Like YouTube just has a lot of flaws.
However, it got worse.
Oh, really?
Because on the most recent one, I don't know how I did it. I think it was because I used a third-party script. I reverted it back to an old version of YouTube. But on the newest version, it got rid of the recommended and then just left the try something new, and it was one 5 video section, and you couldn't continue scrolling through. So it was just those 5.
Oh,
and everything else was the topics or most popular videos of the channel or something like that. And oh man, I hated it.
That's fucking bullshit.
Luckily, I did that user script, and it reverted it back 3 generations. And I'm like, whoa, this is way too far. Way too far
back.
So
way too far back. Were you back in 2005 YouTube, 2008 YouTube?
2007, no, 2015 YouTube.
It doesn't seem that fucking old, but that's pretty old YouTube now.
It basically says, all the different, home, my channel, and all that on the left side.
Yeah.
It also has Get YouTube Red and Get YouTube TV. Because now you don't have that.
Yeah.
Because they're basically condensing the entire thing into one system. So,
have you watched anything on YouTube Red or YouTube TV? Honestly,
I only
not even
because I did have the trial for YouTube Red, but I mainly used it because of Google Play Music. Because when you get YouTube Red, you also get the Google Play Music, and at the time when I was using it, it was really cool.
And the only benefit is that you can play YouTube videos and close your phone.
You can also save videos on your phone.
I know.
And then watch those YouTube Premium movies and whatever.
I haven't checked any of it. I've never checked any of it out.
Maybe a portion of the Scare PewDiePie one, because that's the only one that kind of was worth it.
Yeah, I think that's the only one I watched a couple minutes of. Yeah. I was like, oh, okay. I'm okay with this.
It's a scare
I like how that light just went out.
Yeah. It doesn't like light being on.
Welcome to a live show, people.
Doesn't like being lit, dude.
Welcome to a live show. But no.
Yeah.
I never had any interest in watching their YouTube content. It's just
it's too much like regular
and it's
TV.
Nothing against the creators or anything. Well, some of them, but I have nothing. I just don't have any interest.
Was that it's too much like TV, and I'm tired of TV.
Yeah, TV.
So I prefer watching the style of content that regular people or Funhouse or Smarter Every Day. Their formats are made where they're giving you.
They're really good formats.
Yeah, it's more of entertainment that is condensed and not so spaced out with a bunch of shitty ads.
Yeah.
Because with YouTube or with Funhouse.
You know what channel I've been watching a lot lately? Because it's been kind of just genuinely funny because they're all comedians, obviously. All Things Comedy.
Oh, okay.
They're killing it right now with Bert Kreischer and Bill Burr and everyone. It's actually really, really funny.
Yeah,
that's actually a surprisingly good channel. It came up out of nowhere, and I shouldn't say surprisingly because they're well-known comics.
Yeah.
But at the same time, nowadays for YouTube, it's good for you guys.
It's in a format that is really accessible for a lot of people and is easy to consume and easy to understand.
And it's not the normal way. Obviously, you've been on YouTube. It's not the normal way a lot of comedians put stuff on either. It's actually a production, which is nice.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's actually really, really nice that, okay, a bunch of comedians got together, put some production value on this, and it's actually a good channel.
Instead of going through, some company to just make a show, because typically if you want to listen or watch to a comedian, you'd have to go to their show or to one of their stand-up acts or something like that. Or watch productions of other shows that they have at some theater or something on YouTube or Netflix or something like that. But this is a way that the regular audience can access their comedians in a much more relatable fashion.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people relate to YouTube very closely because they can easily gain access to it, and because it's that ease of access to become
Honestly,
a YouTuber.
Dude, how much are you on YouTube?
I'm on there pretty much all the time.
I feel like I'm on there so much nowadays.
I mean, I'm on there mainly because of the variety of channels like Smarter Every Day, Was
I need to
it
catch
Cody's
up on
Lab?
Nerd Writer 1 videos.
Nerd Writer 1. Like,
I really kind of backed up on those.
There's a lot of channels that offer a lot of information
Mm-hmm.
and ways to learn about your world and the way you think. Like the most recent video, craziest video I watched was the difference between a narcissist, a psychopath, and a sociopath. And
Ooh,
it's
what
like,
channel is that?
It was some psychology channel, I think.
Can you link me that?
I'll find. I'll send it to you.
Oh, okay. So you finally watched the documentary I told you about?
Yes.
The 5 came back?
5 came back.
5 came back. What'd you think?
Grade A.
Told you, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you haven't seen that documentary or that docu-series,
It's good.
phenomenal. Watch that
Good.
shit. So good. Yeah, I told you, man. Shouldn't be afraid about my recommendation.
I ain't afraid. I've been busy, man.
I have good recommendations, man.
Oh, I know.
I know. But all right, man, let's jump into it. What are we talking about today?
All right, well, we got SpaceX.
Yep.
Starting off, they recently launched the Falcon 9 Block 5, and it's the first reused rocket, or first of their refurbished rockets. The first Block 5 that was flown and now reused.
You know what? Honestly, I think every episode we have to talk about Elon Musk. And
Well,
Tesla.
right now
or
it's
SpaceX in general. SpaceX, yeah. But like SpaceX in general, we always talk about it because there's always something fucking new.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The very first Falcon 9 that was used as a refurb, which was a Block 4, which was the last generation. And when that one was refurbished, it had been a total of 1 year since it had landed. So the year previous to when that rocket had been launched, it was the first time it had ever been launched. And then a year later, after it went through the whole refurb cycle, it launched again. With this Block 5, rocket, it was only 3 months.
Oh shit!
So it cut down massive
That's
time. That's
massive.
Huge time.
Massive refurb time.
And because this mission was a success and it landed perfectly as expected, that means that there's a high chance that this same rocket will be used in another mission this year. So one rocket 3 times in 1 year.
Fuck, dude, SpaceX.
And it was only
killing it with
like
production,
10 years
man.
ago that it's like, oh, it's impossible to even
So
land.
are they going private?
I'm not sure yet. That
Oh,
was
well, tell the
Tesla.
people about
was
what
Tesla.
that about. Oh, that's Tesla.
Yeah,
That's
it's
Tesla,
Tesla.
not SpaceX. Elon.
He's a lot
it's
of-
all
he's a lot
Elon
of
in my
things.
head. But yeah,
A lot
no,
of
that's fucking crazy with SpaceX though. That's fucking crazy.
And another development is that in November is going to be the first unmanned crew test of the Dragon 2 capsule.
You just literally right before we started the podcast, you told me that.
And then in April 2019 is going to be the first manned crew test or crew launch of the Dragon 2 capsule to the ISS.
Is there anyone in the chat? We haven't checked it. That's the one thing we've been criminal about. It's the chat. I don't know if anyone's on right now, but we should always kind of check it. But no, are you fucking kidding me? They're gonna go finally next year. You said April, right? April.
Yes,
April of next
2019.
year. That's fucking crazy.
So far,
Dude,
we're good so far.
so far.
Yeah.
All right, cool. We're not missing anyone. But sorry, I didn't want to burp in the mic. Just not
But
trying
yeah,
to be rude.
man.
But no, so
we're
next
good.
year, April. Holy shit.
Yep.
Wow. All right. Fuck, the timeline's moving, man. That timeline is
Real quick.
moving.
Real quick.
moving.
Let's see,
Fuck.
what else do we got?
Well, let's talk about Tesla, and then we'll jump into other things.
Okay.
So, Tesla might be going private
So,
company,
yeah,
right?
they might be going private.
Yep.
So the whole reasoning is that Elon is tired of the massive amounts of importance given to the Q1 and Q2 results and statistics and information like that. And the thing is that he wants people to focus on the long term, on what this could eventually prove out to be.
Yeah.
You know, it may not be super profitable right now, but the point is that he's getting cars that used to be combustion engines,
Yep.
getting those off the roads and replacing them with completely
Electric.
eco-friendly
Yep.
electric cars. And that's the big
And the
point.
possibility is coming closer and closer
and the
nowadays.
the more cars that are replaced with these
Electric.
cars, specifically Teslas, that have the autonomous capabilities, the more that are replaced, the higher likelihood that we may end up starting to use fully AI cars.
Yep.
Drive free. Where you
Yeah.
don't have to drive at all, because they're all going to be communicating with themselves, and they're going to be able to maintain where
I don't think
they're
they'll
at.
ever take away the
Well,
person
they
out
won't
of it.
take away the person out
Yeah.
of it, but let's say you're going to Chicago and you need to get there,
Yeah.
just hit the button.
Exactly.
And you're good.
Obviously, there's going to be a lot of features that we don't have to fucking drive anymore.
Yeah.
They won't
LA
take
traffic?
the person out of it either. Yeah, LA traffic, obviously.
I'm like,
no fucking
a lot
need
of
to.
a lot of the traffic that is created as you're driving down the highway isn't actually from an accident.
No,
It's just people that
yeah,
are
it's people.
like people are driving
Yeah.
badly.
It's just people.
People
Really,
driving
that's all
too
it is.
fast, and I'll have to slow down, and everybody else starts slowing
Yep.
down, and then boom,
Exactly.
you have
So
your
like
traffic
for
jam.
like traffic area like this city areas
405.
makes sense.
The 405
makes sense. It absolutely makes sense.
There you go.
Because it would just keep everything orderly and moving.
And even
no issues, no
and
problems.
If that were to happen, then it's going to be even better because then they're going to be able to communicate with the hyperloop that's going to be underneath LA.
Oh yeah,
one
the
that they're
hyperloop
making.
system. Yep,
Yeah.
yep.
And then you're going to be able to travel from, your house in Oxnard.
Didn't they just make
or-
the pod for that too?
There
Yeah.
was the competition had
Yep.
ended, and I'm not sure who the winners were, but there was a winner.
There's a
declared,
winner now. Yeah.
and now they're going to be, I guess, starting to implement that pod design into mass production.
Which I got to give shout
for
out
this.
to that for just leaving it
Heck
to the
yeah.
people. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Let the people design it. That's a big move. That's a hardcore move.
Then they
and took their idea and was like, yeah, good job.
Yeah, they really
All right.
did a good job with that.
Fucking works.
So
yeah,
if
that's
they're
pretty
able
cool.
to do that, with the hyperloop, that's for the people, but for the cars, it's just going to be a platform.
Yeah, for the cars, it's
tram
just a
thing.
platform. Yeah.
But if they're going to be able to communicate, effortlessly, then you're going to be able to go from your house in, Sylmar down to, Long Beach
In no time
at all.
Yep. In
Because you're
no
going to
time at
bypass
all.
all of LA, and because you're going to be communicating with the other cars, there's going to be no traffic.
The light turned back
Yeah, the light turned back.
So we'll see if Tesla goes private or not.
Yeah, we'll see.
I don't know. We'll see.
If he does go private, or if the company does go private, as long as nothing as far as quality and safety is compromised,
Yeah.
and everything is still on the high.
And I think
up
that's
and
the
up.
one thing that is worrying about that, because once it goes private, it's really not in his hands anymore. You know what I mean?
Well, it's still in his hands because it's his company.
yeah.
But the accountability and the checks and balances, because it's a private company, is a lot less than it would be for a public company.
Exactly.
Because
That's what I'm saying. It's like there's a lot.
But I mean,
don't know.
he has the capability to already go private, so.
Might as well. I know.
But
We're gonna have
the
to
good
see how that
the
plays
good thing
out.
is that throughout this entire process of him, making Tesla and starting off with the first Roadster all the way up to the Model 3 and the Roadster 2.0, he's been pretty adamant with his promises and his deliverance of expectations.
Yeah.
His safety.
I'm still trying to see if he's going to be on the Joe Rogan podcast tomorrow.
Most likely,
I really hope so. I'm going to listen
really
the
hope so.
fuck out of that one.
Hell yeah!
I really have to listen to that one. But no, we'll see. We'll definitely
Yeah.
see what's going on with that. All right, man. So what else in the news? Let's jump into some news this time.
Let's see, what else do we got? Georgia defends voting system despite 243% turnout in one precinct.
Yep.
What? That means that more than 2.5 times the population of that precinct came out to vote.
Yep.
Now, how does that happen?
How does that happen? Explain that, Daniel-san.
Yeah, so they're gonna have
we
to
got that one.
start to explain.
And
things.
then Russia taking...
Russia is secretly and quietly starting to take land from Georgia, the country of Georgia,
Yep.
and that's kind of terrifying. That sounds very much like the annexation of Crimea, the Crimean Peninsula.
Yep.
So, like, what's going on?
That's really worrying. That's a little... I like how my voice cracked at the same time. That's a little worrying.
Oh, come on, man.
Oh, Rick.
Oh.
But no, that's definitely worrying. That's fucking troublesome. That's really trouble. That's fucking terrifying.
To me, that sounds like Russia's trying to build itself a buffer zone.
Yep.
Just like
Trying
the
to
old
build
Soviet.
that little...
Remember back in the olden days when the Soviets had all those countries along the border of,
Looks like they're just regaining some
NATO?
space, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're just regaining some space. Like, let's bring you guys back into the net. We're just going to need you guys for a second there. That's basically all he's doing, and that's a little worrying. If people aren't worried about that, people need to wake the fuck up about
on
it.
Reddit, it's got like 20,000 votes, so people are pretty
aware.
starting to talk about
Decently
it quite a
aware.
bit, yeah. Another thing.
Yeah.
The heck is going on with Saudi Arabia and Canada?
Oh my
What is going on?
I know.
Like, all of a sudden,
Arabia.
out of nowhere, Saudi Arabia is like, you know what, we're cutting all ties with Canada. You know, all you Saudi citizens in Canada,
Yeah, what? Okay.
find education
Can you
somewhere else,
explain
get out.
what happened with that, or did it just happen?
As far as I can tell,
Because, like, I've been trying to do a little bit of research on that, and it just seems like it just happened.
it just
Kind
it's-
of weird. I'm like, it just kind of happened, and I can't really see why. Have you read into it at all?
Apparently, Saudi Arabia has lashed out at Canada, sometimes harshly, since Ottawa called for the release of jailed women's rights activists in the kingdom. Saudi Arabia has restricted travel, medical access, and student scholarships to Canada while using its state-owned media
So
to
what
bash the
started it
country.
then? Was that what started it?
No, I'm looking at something that happened more recently, which was
Yeah.
the execution. Which was the Saudi Arabia crucified a man in Mecca while aggressively calling
Yeah.
out Canada over human rights.
Yeah.
Like, what?
What the fuck are you talking about? Like,
What?
what is happening?
Crucified somebody in Mecca, and you're calling out Canada over human
rights. What the fuck is
when
going
was the last
on?
time we crucified somebody?
Yeah.
Not crucified somebody in
Let
that area,
that
no,
sink
just
in.
in general.
Let that sink in.
When was the
When
last
is the
time
last time we crucified somebody?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Are
We haven't- we just
are
had a
trying to
crucif-
revert
like, a
back into
crucifixion.
the Middle Ages? What the fuck happened?
What the
Jeez.
fuck is going on?
And then for them to accuse or call out Canada for human rights, I'm assuming violations.
Violations, right? I'm assuming.
Yes.
But you're gonna
Canada.
fucking talk about calling
Canada.
the fucking kettle
The
black
people-
over there.
I mean,
Jesus,
does
man.
Canada have like pretty free or pretty accessible healthcare?
I don't fucking know.
I'm like, isn't
But it's like, okay,
let me see.
but I can't find a reason why this all started. Why did it all start? I feel like it was just the visas thing.
Let me see.
Like, I don't
I'm
know
gonna-
where it started from. It's very strange. I've kind of looked, but it all gives me recent stuff. I don't know where it stemmed from. And it's very strange.
I'm
But
looking
no,
it up right
it's-
now.
Yeah, while you do that, it's nuts that we just had a crucifixion in Mecca.
Yeah.
Some old school fucking crusades kind of shit
Shit,
happening now. But it's weird. And then what? We're backing Saudi Arabia.
Well,
Like,
we're not.
we're not backing
we're
anybody,
not-
right?
Yeah.
We're just
refusing-
like,
we're like, we're not gonna help you out, Saudi Arabia,
mhm.
but we ain't helping you out, Canada.
We're just playing the middleman. We're playing just like Kevin. Just like, yeah, we're here, like you said earlier. Just like, oh yeah, we're just here. We're not gonna, but we should back Canada. But we can't back Canada because then we'll piss off Saudi Arabia.
So apparently,
What a
some
shit show.
analysts are saying that Saudi Arabia's move to sever diplomatic ties with Canada could be seen as both a power play for the kingdom's relatively young leader and a sign it's no longer willing to quietly ignore Western demands for political liberalization. So, yeah.
Wow. Okay.
The
Bigger
war of
meaning
words
than we
between-
thought.
The war of words between the two countries stems back to a series of tweets from Canada's foreign ministry last week,
No.
when Ottawa expressed concerns over arrested civil society
So that's what it
activists in
was.
Saudi Arabia.
Okay, that's what it was.
Yeah.
Okay, so it was them going, hey, that's fucked up, guys.
In a tweet posted Friday, Canadian officials urged Radaya, I'm probably
You're going to butcher
messing up
this.
that
Go
name.
for it. Just try.
Raida,
Do you want me to try?
to
Let me see.
immediately release women's rights activist Samar Badwai and Nasima Al-Saddah. Both campaigners were arrested in Saudi Arabia in late July, according to Human Rights Watch.
So that's what kicked it all off.
Yeah,
I thought there was something before that.
that's basically.
That's what I thought it was. I was like, no, is there something deeper than that? Or no?
Because I mean,
that's
like,
what it
I
was.
know that there has been a lot of recent activity with the.
Oh, there's no way I'm going to pronounce that.
Yeah.
There's no way I'm going to pronounce that. Yeah, no, I'm good. I'm not going to. That's a hard one. Jesus. Yeah, I'm not. I can't.
Yeah. So
That's a hard
like,
read.
I've been kind of. paying
Is that
attention-
Riyadh? I don't know. That's hard.
So I've
R-I-Y.
been kind of seeing what's been going on in the general area, because I know there's been recent activity with the civil or the rights movement, especially amongst the women.
Yep.
There was the removal of the veil that a couple women were wearing in public, and I guess those were the ones that were arrested or people that were doing similar actions. And it seems like they're trying to go back to how like Iran was back in the 80s, which was extremely progressive. You know, the ladies were out, and
they're really trying to go back to the way things were, with a lot less of I'm going to say religious ties and how it was before.
Where it was like a separation of church and state.
Yeah, exactly.
Where like there was the government was a much more open and liberal. And
I think that's the move. I think that's what everyone's trying to do. They want to make it more, like you said, like Iran in the 80s, and how it was more of a progressive state. Because I think it's going to be a fucking... Honestly, it's going to be a battle if that's what they're trying to achieve, because... It's going to be that's going to be a hard one.
Battle of law, basically, and the way that how people view things. Because in the 80s, it's only like...
And it's going to be really hard because it's
40 years ago, and a lot of the current views or current ideological views, I'd say, are of the old ways.
Yep.
And it's kind of weird that, you know, after going from the old ways and evolving into the 80s and what it was, all of a sudden going backwards like many years. Like, what happened? How did this happen all of a sudden? Was there like a I guess like an orthodox like method of
I don't know.
Things? Like you can't be doing this. It's not the right way. You have to purify and go like the
go back to the old way.
Legitimate, you know, directly strict on the path.
And it's just very strange because it's if that's what they want to go back to, it's going to be
we've seen,
like a really hard uphill battle.
The thing is that we've kind of seen how a lot of religious rules can affect the society. I mean, like, just look at how the Holy Roman Empire, or operated, where you had to follow what the church said because the church was the state.
And again, it's just history repeating itself. We're going to see how it turns out.
During the Dark Ages, it was called the Dark Ages because progress halted completely for like a couple hundred years.
We just stopped.
It's like, who's to say that if we had continued with science and
is
math,
crazy. Like, people don't seem to realize
cars?
that the Dark Ages wasn't just called the Dark Ages. It was because we just kind of stopped doing shit. We were just like, yeah, we're kind of done. We're set with this. Like, we're good, guys.
And then like half of Europe died.
Yeah, exactly.
Or a third of it, I think it was. Like,
we stopped inventing and went, oh, disease is still real, huh? Like, we forgot about that part.
Praying doesn't work.
Yeah.
And I don't know
prayer,
if buying your way out of hell.
Not hating on prayer or anything, but yeah, prayer doesn't really fix the
And then
Black Plague.
Martin Luther's like, fuck the church.
And then everyone went, whoa, buddy. Whoa. Fucking Martin Luther. Just rocking the goddamn boat.
Yeah. Don't rock the boat, baby. You rock the boat. Don't tip the boat
over.
Say, God, we're going, man.
Copyrighted.
We're leaving.
We're leaving. God damn it.
Shit, man.
Jesus. But no, dude, it's fucking nuts. We'll see how that goes. Especially that's going to be a really hard one, because to go back to the way things were compared to how deep religious aspects are now, it's going to be a very, very hard turnaround time. It's going to be very long. Hopefully not brutal.
Yeah.
Hopefully not a brutal kind of thing.
I mean, like, we've already kind of seen
we kind of already see how
when
things
the people are at odds with the government. Yeah. Like, what happened? Excuse me. Again.
You trying to burp too?
Yes. What happened in Bangladesh?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, my God.
Where
Bangladesh is falling apart, man.
It was the students, kids, like 13 to 18 or
When did that
17
kick off?
That was, I want to say, the beginnings of August.
What, last week?
Yeah.
Yeah. Last episode, that's when it started, right?
Yeah, basically. Yeah. And over the weekend, it just went from
it got
bad
worse.
To worse.
It got really bad, man.
It was students were protesting the government wanting safer roads. They wanted a much stricter
which is insane
rules.
Because it's such a simple thing to protest for, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm like, do you really need to
for safer roads? Yeah, it wasn't anything really
protest.
It wasn't anything really political, I should say. It wasn't a political.
It wasn't for the whole reason why the current government is accusing the protests as being political is because currently there's going to be an election coming up.
Yeah.
So, and because the last election, basically they won with a landslide or with a high amount. Yeah.
Yep.
they're like, this ain't real, this ain't right.
Like, we're not doing this again. Yeah.
And when the students, they were basically wanting safer roads. They wanted speed bumps to be in place. They wanted stricter rules for who can drive the vehicle.
Yep.
Have a proper license. Have
because they were saying that there was people who are underage driving,
like,
people with no licenses, kids driving.
Yeah.
You know, it's
what
kids,
the fuck,
like
actual
man?
kids, like
children,
like freaking
children,
11-year-olds.
Yeah,
driving a freaking bus. And the reasoning why this, flared
so it's
up
not
so
like they were
crazy.
asking for anything. Well, extreme, I should say. It's nothing fucking outrageous.
I mean, like,
it's normal shit everywhere else.
The U.S. went through this. The U.S. went through this when cars started to take over the streets.
Yep.
And people were like, "Hey,
because we
can't do this."
Yeah.
And
it was right when the car was basically invented, and people were getting hit left and right.
You know how the whole rules and everything got set up, and how people stopped walking in the middle of the street, and how the cars took over the roads?
I think you told me, but explain.
It was that car manufacturers started calling people who were walking in front of the cars jaywalkers. And because at the time the term jay, like specifically like jaywalker, was jay, it was a very derogatory, like bad-mannered, like calling somebody a hobo or something like that. A homeless
really?
guy. Yeah.
Huh.
So because of that name was starting to be associated with people who do that, like if a kid got hit, it's like, this child was a jaywalker.
Jaywalker.
Like, I don't want my kid to be associated with that, so I'm going to prevent my kid from doing that. And that's how the cars took over the streets. So that's why, if you think about it really, really carefully, when you live in the city, you don't really walk around the city. You walk on the perimeters of blocks.
Yeah.
You only walk on perimeters of blocks. You've never walked in the middle of the streets just like for whatever. Wherever you go, wherever you visit, you're always on the sidewalk. No matter what you do, unless you go into the mountains or something, but you're always on the sidewalk.
Brandon, you just...
It's like...
Damn it, man.
What the fuck? What happened? We gotta take that back to the streets, man. It's like, oh... That's just terrifying.
We have to take back the streets, man.
Oh, come on, man.
Fuck these cars, son. But no, dude. But no, like, I know how we make jokes. But no, honestly, that's really what they were protesting for, is just basic fucking needs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Just
normal kind of shit.
Proper license.
And then it just blew up.
Yeah.
It blew up into this giant thing.
Apparently the student body that is apparently attacking the normal students that were protesting for the safer roads, that body that was attacking, known as I think it was the Chandra League, I think. They were being called by the students who were being attacked. They were calling them the Hitler Youth of Bangladesh.
What the fuck? Really?
Because they weren't just using sticks. They had like knives and machetes, dude.
They called them the Hitler Youth
of Bangladesh.
Jesus,
and
man.
Apparently it's because they're associated with the ruling party of Bangladesh. And because the current minister of, I think it's like transportation.
Dude, is everyone just kind of in like a government fuck?
Because apparently
era right now,
one of the ministers of some department of the high departments is also the owner or the director of like a company, a conglomerate, or like a bunch of companies who run a bunch of the buses. So they're like, why am I gonna make safer roads if that's gonna reduce my profit margin? And then apparently the guy,
basically it's not only that, it's a protest again. It is a political protest because it's an issue. Yeah, okay.
People are like, hey, we don't like that he's like has all this power and is doing all this shit, and we're getting fucked up the ass.
Yeah.
We're getting killed just so that he can make more money.
Because you don't want the fucking roads to be safe. You don't want to make people have to get a goddamn license.
Bangladesh is one of the most dangerous cities for roads.
Fuck
Over
that.
4,500 people are killed a year.
It's
in Bangladesh.
Nuts.
And Bangladesh is like relatively small compared to most countries.
So 4,500 people
per year.
Per year.
Yep. It's fucking bad, dude.
So it's worse than India. What do you expect these people to fucking just roll over and die?
It's worse than New Delhi and Mumbai.
But it's like, what do you expect these students to do? Just sit there and die? Just roll over?
Well, that's kind of what happened. That's kind of they were just sitting around, or they were standing around waiting for the bus to come by. And
that's literally what was happening. Yeah, no pun intended on that one.
Ran him over.
But it's like, what the fuck, man? Like, this is fucking insane.
It's like, seriously, dude? Just to make a couple more bucks, you ran these people over? Fuck.
Fucking greed. Greed.
It's like, come on, dude.
God damn, man. Greed is a fucking monster. Yeah, but we'll see how that plays out. Well, like I was saying, everyone's kind of politically fucked lately, man. Yeah. Everyone's
big
politically
problem.
fucked. We have Venezuela going insane.
Yeah, there was an attempted assassination
with a drone.
Nicolas Maduro.
A drone attack. A legitimate drone attempt assassination.
It was. I think it was either a hexacopter or a quadcopter carrying plastic explosives. Specifically, I'm pretty sure. I don't know if it was accurate, but the thing that
it was like C4.
It was C4.
Yep.
Like, what?
The fuck?
You got C4 in the air?
That means they had a strong enough drone to carry C4 a good distance.
With remote detonation capability.
Exactly, with remote detonation.
I mean, like, well, honestly, it's not even that hard because if you're able to transmit data to the drone, that's basically a booster. Because from the drone, you can transmit even further.
That's true. That's actually true. That's accurate. Yeah, that's right.
Fuck.
But it's the fact that this guy is fucking up the country so bad, they literally tried to drone attack this guy.
From what I've heard,
like straight up drone attack.
I've heard, the average weight loss of a person while Maduro has been in power.
Picture. Fuck,
33 pounds.
Okay, so Brandon showed me this picture. It was on Reddit, of course. Yeah. It was a Venezuelan shop owner before he took office. Before that guy took office.
Or before the crisis.
Yeah, before the crisis. Before the crisis hit, and then now. His shop was filled to the max with food and drink and snacks.
Everything.
Like a 7-Eleven.
And he was
a chunky guy.
Yeah, he was living good.
They showed current time. Man, he was skin and bone. He had nothing on the shelves. They
only had like 3 bottles like water or something.
Of water, of whatever the hell it was. It was. Oh man, I just can't believe it. Like how bad that country's gone.
People are starving over there.
Dude, people are starving. Yeah. It's fucking nuts, dude. It's fucking insane.
And the craziest thing is that...
And you wonder why these people...
The craziest thing, they were when they discovered the oil fields, they were sitting on the biggest supply of oil in the entirety of Latin America. They could have been the richest fucking country in the entirety of South and Central America and would have probably been rivals of the U.S. because of how much, like, it was basically the Saudi Arabia. If they would have, like, not saying done the same exact thing as Saudi Arabia did, but used that sort of method as a template because they were also sitting on oil.
Yep.
They could have easily
on mountains of oil.
Just like, and then it ran out, and now everybody's fucked. Everybody's fucked.
Like, how do you not structure yourself like one of the biggest nations of oil? Oh, what'd you drop? Geez. Oh, no. Did you drop the monster?
Yeah. I'll clean it up.
I got it. You got it?
Yeah.
Paper towels are on the other side, man.
No problem.
Malfunction. But no, I can't believe that Venezuela ruined themselves. Like, it's insane. Oh, man. How do you not structure yourself like the biggest country, like oil country in the goddamn world, and then just fail? Like, you're just going to fail? And now your people are basically dying in the street? No wonder they try to fucking kill you with a drone. But you know what that says though? It was a drone attack. So it's someone who has money over there. It's someone who still has money who goes, fuck this guy. I'm done. I'm fucking done. So even the rich people are starting to get fucking pissed. Because no one seems to point that out. It's a drone attack. So that means someone around there actually still has money and bought the drone parts to kill this fucking guy. Like, it's insane, dude. It's fucking nuts.
And I mean, like, not to mention that all the people over there are getting tired of the way that he's ruling. There was actually a television broadcast where he was talking to the people and they had taken a break, but they actually let the cameras continue rolling. And he opened his drawer and ate a pastry in front of the national television, in front of everybody who was starving. Starving, and he ate it just like whatever. Yeah.
Wow. I know that microphone was right up in my face. Wow.
Yep.
Wow. You have a country of starving people, and you let the cameras roll, and you eat a fucking pastry. You eat a fucking Twinkie in front of your people.
No, it was more like almost. It was a very fancy Twinkie.
Either way, But think about that.
Ultra.
Let me just put this in perspective. Your country is fucked right now. Your people are dying in the street, starving. They can't afford simple necessities to live, okay? And you eat a fancy fucking pastry, a glorified fucking Twinkie on live TV in front of all your people.
By the way, this isn't like...
Oh,
like
there's something on the screen again. Oh, god damn it. Microsoft?
Yeah, it's okay.
All right. Well, we got an hour, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck it. We're like 45 minutes in anyway.
Yeah.
So it's perfect.
And it's not like it's a KCAL 9 News or whatever.
No,
it's
this is the national news.
State-run media.
Jesus, man.
Where it's on every
Do they just
TV
not learn?
station, everywhere.
Do they just, like, oh, God. It's just so funny. Like, it's so funny because I can't believe the fact that he did that on their national syndicated television. Like, it's, oh, God. That's comedy gold. Like, yeah, we know that our own president sends out tweets that he shouldn't. We know this. We all know this. That his Twitter should probably be taken away half the time. How's the mess coming, Brandon?
It's good.
It's
it
good.
Needs a mop though. I don't want it to be sticky.
Oh, it's fine. Don't worry about it. I got it. Is it sticky right now? Is it like really bad? No. All right, fine.
Like just
I'll just Windex it before we leave.
Yeah.
Yeah. You won't do it now. It's fine.
No.
But all right, go into the next topic, and I'll Windex that really quick.
Well,
just
let's
because
see.
I don't
Let's
want to
see
miss
what
the
we
spot.
got. Brock Turner loses appeal of sexual assault conviction. Yeah, fuck that guy. Trying to get his thing appealed. His dad only for, 20 minutes of action? 20 minutes of action with a female who was unconscious, unable to respond, with her face in the dirt behind a dumpster while this guy's trying to penetrate her, and she's blacked out drunk. I'm like, what? Excuse me? You're not supposed to do that in any situation, at any time, with anyone, in any universe. No. So, for that, fuck that. He can go to hell. I have him over here. Yeah.
So that guy lost his appeal good.
Yeah, he lost his appeal completely. 100%. Yeah, for some... Yeah, if he would have just, like, basically been labeled as, yeah, he'll never be able to say anything at all, the cleaner. Well, here's another one. That's fine. Japanese dark web drug dealers are so polite they'll offer a refund if you're not satisfied. What? That was mine.
Yeah, you showed.
Like, what?
Yeah, you showed me that. Right?
That's fucking
right before
dope.
we
I
started.
mean, like, as far as for people who are into the
Your dark web
trade and
drug dealer
from
Japan is so damn nice.
It's like,
You're like, yeah, I'll return it, no problem.
Arigato gozaimasu.
If you're not satisfied with your purchase, you can return it, no problem.
It's like money
That's
back
like your
guarantee.
drug dealer going, hey man, don't forget your receipt. Like, are you
offer
fucking
refunds,
kidding me?
My bruh.
That's
Bring your
fucking
receipt in
insane.
next time, and you get
Imagine
a full
like
refund.
that's, oh god, that's so funny. If you're not satisfied with your purchase on the dark web, by all means, you have a 30-day return policy. It's all
It's
right.
like, what?
Just PayPal us the money, and we'll send you the box.
Basically, it's like make sure you have your box. And
Just
your
pay
receipt.
shipping and handling, and we'll refund you your money.
Yep.
Jesus.
Apparently, a.
Customer service, man.
Oh yeah, that's loyal customers.
Not only do they clean up the stadium at the World Cup, but they'll offer you free returns on all your dark web purchases.
Like,
That baby not up to
No,
par? Send it back. Oh, drugs. There you go.
Dark
That
web
ecstasy
drug
not
dealer.
making you trip balls? Send it back today.
No, it's that ecstasy doesn't want to fuck things. If that wall ain't looking sexy, if that stool ain't looking like got legs for days,
Send back your ecstasy today. We got you.
if that cocaine
Japan.
ain't making you make money, okay, you need to see. You need help, man.
You need help, man.
'Cause it's
You
making-
got
it just-
problems. Look.
Yeah, you need problem.
That's so
Apparently, a 150-year-old seed of a tomato or seeds of tomatoes were found and planted.
Oh, shit. That's an old school tomato?
150-year-old tomato. That's how they used to look like.
So to describe this tomato, look at a regular tomato and then supersize it and make it look like
like 2 weeks old.
Like 2 weeks old, that's a normal tomato.
That's an old
weird.
school 150-year-old.
That's kind of weird when you look at it.
That's how it used to be.
That's kind of weird. That's funny. GMOs, man. Welcome.
Well, I mean, like we've been doing it for hundreds of years.
I know. Yeah, I know. When people make fun of GMOs, it's like we've been doing it for fucking centuries.
If you don't want to eat
the
GMOs,
bananas.
stop eating.
Don't eat bananas. They're not real.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not.
Because the real bananas have a bunch of seeds and they're small and green and nasty.
Yep.
And it's like, oh.
We did that ourselves, people.
Yeah,
Understand
that's
that.
why bananas are supposed to have seeds. So that's like.
I know. That's fucking.
That's
That's
pretty
an
crazy.
old tomato, man. I wonder how it tastes.
Apparently, it tastes.
I really
similar.
wonder how it tastes.
Apparently, it tastes similar from people who tried it.
It's the same thing.
Yeah.
All right, so we didn't lose taste. We just made it look cooler.
Well,
We just made it
yeah.
look more appealing, basically.
brought it right back to how it used to be. Apparently, there's also a chemical called thiacetone, or thioacetone, which is the world's smelliest substance. It is so bad that after a lab technician dropped a vial of it, it induced instant vomiting from people in buildings half a mile away.
Oh! What the fuck? Talk about chemical warfare.
Now,
Jesus.
you know what's even more interesting?
What the fuck?
Interestingly, somebody had commented that trithioacetone is commercially available and is used as a perfume and food additive because of its pleasant odor. This is trithioacetone, not just thioacetone. It cracks when heated at 500 to 600 Celsius degrees to produce thioacetone, which is the smelliest substance.
Oh my god.
So somebody else said, anyone need war crime skilled stink bombs?
War crime.
A flare and a vial of trithioacetone. So you get the
Do not put this information out into the world, man.
It's on Reddit.
It's already in the internet.
It's got nearly 60,000 upvotes. With that particular comment with nearly 7,000 upvotes.
There's a part of me that really wants to attempt this and see how smelly it really is.
Well,
honestly,
it's gonna cause a lot of vomiting in Burbank. In this town of ours. Shoot.
I'm not really willing to go to jail.
Half a mile.
Terrorist attack.
That's like the entirety of Burbank.
Oh my god. You know how funny that would be?
With the people with the AC?
Dude. Oh, okay, you know where I live.
Yeah.
Imagine I set that off where I live.
Well, I mean, like, it's gonna help a lot of kids who are like, a lot of people, not kids, but
a lot of people are calling out sick to work that day.
Sick to work, and a lot of college students being like, hey, I'm actually good to drink again.
And there's a production going on right down the street.
Oh,
you know how funny that would be?
Oh,
just like, okay, you know at the end of my street, how there's a cul-de-sac?
Yeah.
That's literally central to all... oh no, I couldn't do it. There's a fucking elementary school there too. There's literally a Catholic elementary school.
That's terrible. That's terrible right there. Poor kids.
That would send me straight to hell. I have priests fucking throwing up. I have nuns throwing up. Because it's a real Catholic school.
Yeah.
With full-blownsies, nuns, and fucking priests. So yeah, that would be first class ticket to hell. That'd be hilarious though. That'd be epic as shit.
That's fucked up though. Hilarious, but fucked up.
Hilarious. I'd laugh about it in prison, but
basically.
Oh god.
So you want to end on two things?
Yes, let's go for it.
New study reveals that we are on the brink of starting a domino effect of adverse ecological phenomena that will make it almost impossible to control climate change.
Yeah, I read about that recently. I saw that article I think a couple days ago, and
to kind of tie that in, HSBC, one of the world's largest banks, issued an alarming warning that Earth is running out of resources to sustain life.
What?
Yeah.
Excuse me?
HSBC, one of the world's largest banks,
issued
an alarming warning that Earth is running out of the resources to sustain life. What?
Why is there not like giant red flags?
It's got 25,900 upvotes.
We need more than that. That's fucking terrifying, people.
Well,
the tone has shifted here because
somebody commented saying, "I do freak out when I think of all the meat and produce in stores that goes to waste. How much fish do we throw away?" And then also adding that HSBC is great at laundering money, so not sure how much I trust them. So it kind of makes sense.
I get it, but at the same time,
but somebody had said, regardless, we still need to start to like, hey.
Well, regardless of that, we still need to see facts on that. It's still a shocking thing to hear out loud because it's still a real thing that we should all be worried about.
That's kind of like
that honestly shocked me when you said it. But in general, we should be more worried about the first one you stated about how we're literally moments away from irreversibly fucking up our
right
planet.
Now, California is currently going through its worst fire season.
Yeah, this does not help it at all.
Ever.
That doesn't help it at all.
I think we had like what 44,000 or like 4,500 or 44,000.
44,000, I think.
We had like tons.
Some fucking crazy number. But no, that's the part that everyone. That's the first part that everyone should worry about is that we're moments away from irreversibly damaging our planet.
Yep.
And we'll never be able to get it back to normal. So now we're gonna be living in a state of constant fuckery with the weather. Mm-hmm. We're that close. We're that if people say climate change isn't real, then you need to fucking look around.
Currently, there are, for the update on the fires, we've got 14,000 firefighters battling the 16 blazes. 16. They actually brought people in from New Zealand and Australia to help out because have you seen their wildfires? Well, yeah.
It makes all wildfires look like fucking cakewalks,
I mean, like currently
dude.
the biggest fire we have currently right now is 9 times bigger than San Francisco. Yeah.
Wow.
So that's the big one.
Dude. That's man, these fires are getting out of control. But that's the part that people need to realize. These fires aren't just because they're just happening. It's because the climate's getting shitty, people.
Yeah,
the heat is getting worse.
One of the areas that at the time that I was watching, which was I think a couple days ago, that recently started a fire again, or a fire began. That area hadn't received rainfall in years and years, and it had about 3 decades of underbrush to burn.
Yep. 3 decades.
Entire decades. Like, what?
That's fucking
all that fuel.
Horrible.
And when it actually ignited, it just went up as
gasoline. That was the video you showed me, right?
Yeah. It was like gasoline. It just freaking went up in
If you've ever seen those videos of those people throwing a match into a gas tank or like stupid shit, that's exactly what it looked like.
It's like
It's like that Mythbusters test where they cut off all the edges of
the matches. Yeah,
that's what it looked like.
It's basically,
it was just engulfed.
Because it's basically like an exponential chain reaction because that little tiny source ignites more, and that ignites more, and that ignites even more and more, and then all of a sudden it's this huge.
It got huge out of nowhere, and then just
it became like this massive inferno.
So it's like, we're literally moments away from destroying our own planet.
I mean, like, over the past week and a half or so, it's been like at least 90 up.
Yeah.
And
the air quality has been garbage.
I mean, that's kind of because of the fires, I'd say.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. Because of it, the fucking air quality has been garbage, dude.
And like right now, at 9 o'clock, 10 minutes, it is 84 degrees.
Mm-hmm.
What?
It's still warm outside.
Like, come on, man.
Fuck, my AC bill's gonna be horrible, man.
This entire week it's gonna be 89 and above. From now to Friday. Jesus. Tomorrow's gonna be 98, and then all of a sudden Friday's gonna be 91. Like all of a sudden a 7-degree difference in one day. What? Yeah, man. That's what I'm saying. Climate change is real. Yeah. It's out there, man. The storms are getting worse. The heat's getting worse. We're in longer droughts. It was only a couple years ago that we had that hyper typhoon.
Yeah, fuck.
That completely decimated the entirety
I turned on again.
Out there.
Jeez, there's a short in that light bulb, and I gotta get that fixed. But no, dude, it's fucking nuts, and people need to open their eyes. It's getting bad.
It's getting
really bad. We're gonna turn into Mad Max soon.
Well, that's Australia.
That's going to be us. That's going to be California. We're already in the fucking drought.
No, that's just going to be Hollywood.
Hollywood in general.
Yeah, because if you go up north, it's still kind of cold.
It's still pretty decent.
It's okay.
You know, we'll just split down the line.
Yeah,
where are we at right now?
Let me go.
Oh, here, let me check. That's fine. Oh, you got it?
We're at 1 hour.
1 hour?
Yeah.
All right. We want to close it out today?
Sure.
All right. Well, we want to thank Ed at Explicit Vape
Mucho.
Burbank. We didn't give a shout out in the beginning like we do, so that's our fault. But we'll give it at the end. So shout out to Ed and Explicit Vape Burbank for letting us come here and record like always. This episode, hopefully if everything goes right this time, everything's recording.
Yeah, it looks
everything looks fine. We'll have our full video podcast, everything up probably by Friday, just to make sure everything's nice and clean and perfect and working well.
Yep.
So stand by for that. We're going to work out some plans and see if we can get another guest here. Hopefully we're going to see what works out with my coach from Defiant Muay Thai. We're going to try to hook up with the Burbank Falconer.
Yeah.
Our buddy who just became an apprentice falconer. We're going to get that down. We're also going to see if we can get Rios down here. I don't know if you know, but his Twitch game has gotten fucking crazy.
Oh,
He's
shit.
getting like 800 views now. Good for him, man.
Damn.
So we got to bring him on and we can talk about that. That's fucking great.
Hell yeah.
But other than that, guys, we will catch you guys next week. We'll be here just talking again, just talking about topics.
Yep,
and like always, guys, just be real.
Just be real.